Peoples of the worldwide federated internets, what is good? There is a great schism. So I felt the need to explain to people who I am, my approach to situations, and how I would deal with things like this. I know some of you have probably wondered, because of some of the things I talk about. I know it's evident that I'm a Bible believer, a Christian, but I know some of you probably wonder what political party I lean toward. And some of you probably already have a thought because of some of the things I say. So I felt the need to get this out there. I am a registered independent. I have been since the day I could vote, since 18. I don't know why exactly I registered as an independent to start. I can't tell you. I can't remember exactly. I do remember going in there and being asked what party affiliation, and I was just like, none. I mean, even though growing up in Brooklyn, you tend to grow up and be more left-leaning and more liberal. I just never really thought about it that much at that time. So I was like, none. So I just registered as an independent. I'm glad I did. I am an independent thinker. I agree with conservatives more times than not, but there's times when people who are considered liberal or leftist are actually right. These two things don't have to be such a polarizing idea. One person can be right about one thing and wrong about one thing, and another person can be right about something and wrong about something else. If you don't pay attention to what some people call conservative ink, there's been a schism within the movement amongst, I guess, black people who lean more conservative, who are polarizing figures. And I'm kind of saddened by it. You know, I'm saddened by the fact that you can't have a differing opinion without a heated argument. I can believe somebody's wrong. I can believe somebody is dead wrong. I can have somebody say something and think, you know what, I don't agree with that at all. But that doesn't mean we have to, come to the point where there's like anger and animosity. What happened to being independent thinkers, right? You think a certain way. I think a certain way. The way we think won't always align 100%. For those of you who are new following me on my Instagram page, I might say something you don't like. Me saying something that you don't like or something that you disagree with shouldn't anger you to the point to where we're going back and forth and we're at it. Now, there are some heated discussions when it comes to religion and when it comes to politics, and I understand that. There's stances I have biblically that I'm going to stand on. I'm going to stand my ground. Right? And some of you might disagree. I understand. We don't have to be angry at each other because we disagree. And I think this really shines a light on the fact that there are some who really do believe in independent thought, and there are some who probably don't believe in independent thought. But anyway, I wanted to get to something, and you know how I do. I'm going to get to a Bible verse, and we're going to go over some things. So in the Bible, in the book of Romans, chapter 12, verses, where do I want to go? All right, verses 17 and 18. The Bible says, recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. That is truly my MO. That is truly what I endeavor to do. I endeavor to live peaceably with all men, if it be possible. Now, I understand that might not always be a possibility. There might be times when no matter how much I try to get along with somebody, they just don't want to get along. They just want to be angry. And this is the reason I brought this up. So for those of you who know me personally and watch my videos on Facebook, you may not know my guy. He's running for Congress in New York, Antone Tucker. You go look him up on Facebook. On YouTube, he's the New Right Party. On Instagram, he's Montega. Really smart dude. Now, why am I bringing this up? To be 100% clear, you would not be seeing my videos right now had it not been for him. Let me explain. There's a lot of people that have told me over the years I'm a conversationalist. People who know me will tell you I'm a conversationalist. I like to talk. I like to talk about multiple issues, whether it be comic books, the Bible, movies, different random books, philosophies of different sorts. I like talking. Like I said, I'm a conversationalist. But a lot of people have always said, you need to probably post some of the things you talk about online or put them here or put them there. Now I got a personal Instagram page and I was posting videos on there, right? I'm kind of a private dude. As much as I like to talk and as much as you guys see me post videos, really I'm kind of a private dude. So Montega, me and him know each other. I'll say semi-personally. I followed him. I first found him on YouTube and I was like, man, this guy's actually speaking the truth. Me and him chopped it up a couple times. We exchanged numbers. We talk personally offline, so I feel like I know him a little. I'm not going to say I know him in depth, but we talk offline. Right. So a lot of people don't realize that he wanted to share some videos I was posting on my personal Instagram page. And he was like, bro, you got to create a public page, man. I can't share your videos. That's literally the only reason I created this account. My YouTube account. I'd already had a YouTube for a while, but no videos were on there. But this public Instagram account would not be up had it not been for him saying, bro, I'm trying to share your videos. Your joint is private. Got to help me out. Right. And I appreciate that. He looked out. He wanted to share my thoughts. Now I was like, all right, I guess I'll create a public Instagram. Why do I say all of this? Me and him won't always agree. He'll probably say stuff that I'll be like, you know what? Nah, I can't rock with that. And I'll probably say stuff that he'll be like, you know what? Nah, I can't rock with that. But I would like to believe after having several conversations with him, I would like to believe that we can disagree and not be at each other's throat because we don't see eye to eye on a specific particular issue. He's an independent thinker. I'm an independent thinker. I have my own thoughts. He has his own thoughts. I like to bring that out now so that people who are following me or watching my videos now from him sharing the videos, just so you understand, we won't always agree. If I say something that he doesn't agree with or he says something that I don't agree with, that doesn't mean I hate the homie. That doesn't mean that we're not talking anymore just because we don't agree on a particular issue. And this is what has disappointed me about this situation. There's people, I'm not even going to go over the topic of Ahmaud Arbery. And here's my reasoning personally. There's a lot going on with it that I don't know. And this man has a whole mom out here that's grieving, right? That's grieving. Her son was murdered. Who am I to come with my opinion on what I think one way or another, and she has to see and hear about these things all day long? Now, that doesn't mean that I can't come out and say that, man, it's messed up that this man was murdered. This could have went a different way. I don't know what the two gentlemen who murdered, I don't know what their motives are. Right? We can debate all day long about should they have done it, should they not have done it, what they should have done. I have my personal thoughts on that. Right? But I'm gonna sit back. I don't have all the details. The video is egregious, right? So I'm not turning a blind eye to what I've seen in the video. The video is egregious. It is what it is, right? But there's this schism where if somebody has a strong opinion about it and somebody has opinion in the other way, there has to be a schism. Do we not have the right to independent thought? Do we have to agree 100% on what we think? Can we not have our own mind? For the longest time over the past, I'd say 3 years, I've heard people say that. Now I'm going to deal specifically with black people in this instance. I've heard people say that black people are not a monolith. We don't all think the same. So where is this schism coming from when you have, I would say, prominent voices in the black community that don't agree? Can we not disagree? What happened to we're not a monolith? Now all of a sudden, this person's at this person and this person's at that person. Yo, that's crazy. That's madness. So I kind of wanted to post this video to deal with that and to also make it clear that if me and my guy Montega, as a matter of fact, when me and him disagree on an issue publicly, look, man, that doesn't mean I have any ill will toward the homie. We just disagree. We have independent thoughts and independent minds, and we are not a monolith, and we don't have to think exactly the same. Right. So I wanted to make that known, because I know inevitably what'll happen is me and him will at some point have a disagreement on some issue. And I'm sure me and him will be cool about it. Like, all right, homie, I don't think that's right, but let me do some more digging. Right. And I don't want people to come at me or at him with this energy like we got to be at odds because we disagree. And I think we are at a point in our country where no one can think objectively, because we all feel like you have to think like I'm thinking. And if you don't see what I'm seeing, then we're at odds. No, if you don't see what I'm seeing, maybe there's just something that I recognize that you don't recognize, or maybe there's something that you recognize that I'm just not cognizant of at the moment. Maybe I'm not paying enough attention, but I don't have to be at your throat, even though we disagree. Can we disagree and just move on? Do we have to agree on everything? And I think that's what I'm seeing amongst, I guess, what some people call conservative ink. That's why I felt the need to make it clear that I'm a registered independent. I have my own mind. I don't have to think in lockstep with anybody. The only thing I have to be in lockstep with, I'm going to tell you right now, is this book. That's it. Other than that, I'm going to make an honest attempt to practice exactly what the Bible says. If it be possible, as much as lieth in me, I'm going to live peaceably with all men. Now, that doesn't mean that will always be possible, because the Bible says it's very clear, if it be possible. So there might be times when it's not possible. But you know what? I really think that we need to get over this mentality that our way is the only right way and our thoughts are the only right thoughts when it comes to things that are subjective. We should be able to disagree, and we should be able to move on past that disagreement and say, well, I disagree with my brother here. I disagree with my sister here. But you know what? I'm just going to move on past that. Maybe later on I'll figure out that I'm wrong, or maybe, she'll realize that she's wrong. But man, this constant bickering back and forth and being at each other's throats, this ain't the way, man. This is not the way at all, in my opinion, at least. So you know what it is. You know how I do. Stay frosty, people.